Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am so delighted to have you join by my channel today. All right, I talk about finances, online and offline money making, entrepreneurship, everything that is centered around making money and being wealthy. Welcome. Alright, so welcome back to my channel. I hope you enjoyed that intro. Alright, so today we are going to be talking about the principles of wealth creation. Now, making money and creating wealth and staying wealthy, it's a process that you must know that there are principles that guide it. It's not just something that happens, it's a process, it's something that takes time. It takes a lot of patience, it takes a lot of consistency, it takes a lot. So I'm going to be running through about 7 things I think that you should look at for when you want to create wealth and retain it within your affairs. The first thing I think you need to do is good decision making. Now, good decision making is very important because the decisions you make will definitely affect on the kind of things that happens around you. The wealth you create, the money you make, all those things are centered around the decisions you make. You can't decide to while away your entire time doing nothing. You're not chasing career, you're not chasing anything at all. You're not building anything, you just sleep away your time. You put most of your time maybe on social media, liking, commenting, going through people's feed, and you just sleep off after that, probably eat, and you didn't really do so much. It's not a good decision you made for yourself. I would encourage you today that if you want to make wealth and retain it, you must decide within yourself and say, I want to be wealthy and I want to make wealth, and I equally want the world to remain. Sometimes you see people who were rich, after some time they are no longer rich. That's what happens when you don't have a plan. First thing I think you need to do is have a good decision and stick to it. Learn that it is important that whatever you have decided to do, be it if you've decided to run a business, if you've decided to run a company, if you've decided to do online trading, whatever you've decided to do, I would encourage you to please stick to it. Put in all your best. Do everything you can to make sure that whatever you have decided to do works out. I would encourage you. You definitely won't regret it. All right. So right now, I would encourage you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and give my video a thumbs up if you think you had any value by the end of this video, midway this video, or right now. And also, do not forget to turn on the notification bell so you definitely will be notified when next I post other educative and entertaining videos. Now, the second thing I think you need to do is cut down on your liabilities. Track your spending. You can't be trying to build wealth and you're buying a whole lot of things that are not necessity, that are liabilities. You can't be trying to build wealth when you're having a lot of liabilities around you. There are things that are necessities, there are things that are liabilities, and there are things that are luxury. I mean, you should be able to distinguish and differentiate between those things. Let's say you have a need to buy a car. If you could afford to buy a small Toyota Corolla or probably any small car that you can afford and you save costs, definitely the car is going to take you to wherever you want to go to. There is no restriction for saying you came with a big car or a small car or anything when it comes to riding on the road. There is no particular lane I see that they have ever created anywhere. They say this is the lane for luxurious car and now this is the lane for any other car. I don't think such things happens anywhere. I'm a Nigerian and I haven't seen it in Nigeria. If it happens anywhere in the world, feel free to tell us in the comment section where you've seen it. So that's my way of saying, rather than use the money you are going to use on that luxurious car that you necessarily do not need as at the time, you could get a little car and delay gratification. You know, when you don't do all these things, you will be delaying gratification. People will not even really know how much you want because they will basically think you're just there. But when you go and buy a very expensive car, a car that is probably worth $200,000 or probably a vehicle that is worth over $1 million, Those kind of vehicles are very, very expensive. They are very expensive, and there is no way you can tell anybody that you own that car and you do not have money. And now you see, those cars do not really have second-hand value. When you have issues and you want to sell them, or probably you have bad business in the year or something, you need to dispose it to support your business, you find out that you cannot even sell them half the price you bought them, because people who want to buy that kind of car that you use that are very expensive and luxurious are people who are as rich as you were, and definitely if they want to buy such cars, they will prefer to buy new ones. So when they want to buy the one you had before, they are just going to feel like, they're helping you out, you get. Now, you could just decide, if you're a jewelry lover, you could buy all the gold you want, but I would encourage you, just buy the one you wear to where you're going to. Let me tell you something. There are people that do not even know the difference between which. There are people who know. So I would encourage, just buy the one that is going to suit your neck, your hand, your leg, wherever you want to wear it. You mustn't wear 20 of them. You mustn't wear 10 of them. I don't understand. These things are not worth it. As for me, this is what I think, especially when you are growing your wealth and when you're trying to create wealth. Maybe if you've gotten to that place in life, maybe where you worth probably $1 trillion, or probably $10 billion, or $100 billion, or maybe $100 million is even a lot of money. Yes, you could buy all those things, well, if you want to. But at the end of the day, I kind of think you could do other meaningful things too with those words. But if you are somebody who really loves living flashy and luxurious life, then feel free, go ahead. Probably you have created, but I kind of think most of the people in my audience are people like me who are trying to grow their finances, who are trying to create wealth and remain wealthy for the rest of their lives. So the third thing I think you need to do is acquire assets. You can't just keep buying things that are not assets. I would encourage you to acquire assets. Acquire assets, buy things, invest in real estate, buy lands that will appreciate, invest in stock markets, invest in business partnership. There are a lot of businesses you could invest in today that are going to sell tomorrow. I remember this story about Coca-Cola, where they say that Coca-Cola sold 25 bottles a year, the first year they started. But now today, everybody knows that Coca-Cola is sold all over the world. Coca-Cola is sold even in the places you would not even imagine that Coca-Cola product you would find it. I've not really traveled so much, but the places I have traveled to, I haven't gone to any country and asked for a Coca-Cola product and I didn't get any. I don't know where that country is. So I would encourage you to please go ahead and invest in things that are going to grow. Invest in assets. You could buy Coca-Cola dividends, for instance. This is not sponsored anyway. I just researched about it and I recently started doing it myself, and that is why I just mentioned it. Okay, so you could just invest in other assets. You could buy properties. You could buy a house. I was telling somebody, I was doing a math the other day with somebody. Let me do the math again with you. Now, if you have, let's say you have some money with you now and you choose to build a house. I told someone, if I have 2 plots of land, I'm going to erect a 6-story building on my plot of land. The person was like, what? I was like, yeah. I mean, if I must build, then it should be a lengthy building that is going to save me the expense of buying land. And it's easier to manage. It's easier to manage when it is one house. Now imagine you have 6-story buildings, and probably you have 2-bedroom flat or 1-bedroom flat, and you have each and every one of the flats has about, let's say 5, that's 10. You're going to be having about 60 houses in that particular land. And 60 houses is definitely going to be very sweet because you're going to be making a whole lot of money. Imagine if they are paying you in my currency now, if they're paying you maybe 300,000 naira or thereabouts in a year, or maybe they pay you 30,000 naira. Okay, let me come down. Let's do 30,000 naira, and you do 30 times 6. Wow, do you know how much you're getting in a month? That's 1.8 million naira. And it's not a bad business if you just get 1.8 million naira every month. You times it by 12 and you keep making the money. And one beautiful thing about that money is that it's a constant thing. People are definitely going to keep staying there if and only if you understand that it is important to treat your tenants like your friends and respect their rights, and also make sure that everything you promised them as they were moving into your house, you maintain it. Don't say, I'm going to be giving you light, and maybe after 3 months, because you think your house is filled with people, you stop. Whatever you said in the beginning, make sure you hold on to it to the end. You definitely would be very glad you did. And I also encourage you to please, as you are investing too, make sure you understand that it is not all investments that are worth it. Some investments, some things, sometimes they flop. So you should also know that when you want to buy any asset, when I want to invest in anything, make sure you consult experts. Do not just go and invest in something that you don't understand, so that you won't come and regret it and say, Queen Emma told you. I beg you, I would encourage you to please do your researches and make sure that what you're investing in is actually the right thing and your approach is correct. Okay, I would encourage you to give this video a thumbs up if you haven't, and also go ahead in the comment section and tell me I will be wealthy. That's if you believe you'll be wealthy. Just go ahead and tell me you're going to be wealthy. Now, another thing I think we're going to do, that's going to be our number 4, is turn problems to wealth. You know, in every place that there is a problem, there is an opportunity for wealth creation. And you create that wealth when you're trying to solve a problem. So anywhere you see a problem, look at it critically with an analytical mind and be logical about your reasoning. Then you will find out that there is a solution there that you can find. Now, let me cite a very beautiful example. I hope you guys will mind. There was a period I lived in a place where there were a lot of mosquitoes. I mean, mosquito is a common thing in Africa, and in Nigeria we experience a whole lot of mosquito bites here and there. And so what I did that period was I went and started making mosquito nets. Now, people around me started purchasing mosquito nets from me. But one thing I realized was I needed to make the mosquito nets different, and I started looking for people who had treated mosquito nets. Now, the problem wasn't just people will still be covered with a net and they will still be hearing the singing mosquitoes. It can be frustrating if you've ever experienced it, as in like your problem now is not like mosquito is not biting you, but you cannot even sleep. The mosquitoes will keep singing. Oh, I wonder the kind of music they sing in their head anyway. But they definitely will keep singing and you can't sleep. So what I did was, I said, what do I do now to solve the problem of mosquito biting those people, and also the noise that comes with the mosquitoes singing in their ears? That was when I decided to look out for mosquito nets that were treated. Now, when I started selling mosquito nets that were treated, I tell you, I beat everybody to me to the business, because what they realized, people who use my mosquito net said that they woke up in the morning that the mosquitoes were not dead, either on the net or on the floor. So people were now looking for a way to make sure that they dealt with the mosquitoes that have been dealing with them for a very long time. So it gave me that market. And I know I made a whole lot of money, and that was where I made the money I used to do some beautiful things I did in this life, and I cannot forget it. And I am so grateful to it. So you see, there was money in that problem. There was an opportunity for me in that problem, and I took advantage of it, and I solved the problem, and I made money, and it was good for everybody, because the people I provided those things for made sure that it was useful to them, and they used it effectively, and they achieved what they wanted to achieve. The fifth thing I want us to look at is turning your talents into wealth. A lot of people are highly talented. Now, before I started this YouTube channel, I know I had a very beautiful face. As you can see, I'm very beautiful. I have a very good voice, and I'm very audible too. And equally, I am intelligent. I could share some knowledge. And I say to myself, well, I am a talented speech writer. I can write, I can talk very effectively. I am an estamper. I can stand. You could just delegate me in the middle of an event and I would know exactly what to say correctly. So I said, okay, why don't I turn this skill that I have, this talent that I have, this beautiful voice that I have into something that is very, very lucrative and also impactful. And I took up to this YouTube channel. So I don't know what you're talented in. Some of us are talented in cooking. I mean, no matter what they give you, you're going to make a beautiful delicacy out of it, a sweet, yummy, mouth-watering delicacy out of it. Some of us are great dancers. We got the skills, we got the hand, we got the moves. Some of us are inventors. A lot of us are talented in different things. Some of us have a vocal cord that is not compared to anything. I mean, they can sing like, yes. You know, I'm not really a good singer. I have a very nice voice, but I've not really tried singing. So I don't even know if it's a talent I have that is hidden anyway. But I would say, you know what your talent is. Stop wasting it. Whatever it is. I mean, instead of you to come before your mirror, dance all those, you wouldn't know who is looking for an artist that is going to have the skills you have. You wouldn't know who wants to feature you. So just go ahead. Now it's even better in the generation where we live in, where the internet is helping us push things further than we can even imagine. Just like me here now, I'm talking from Nigeria. You might be watching me from Kenya, from the United States, from Canada, anywhere in the world. I don't even know. Maybe sometimes I might have you subscribe to my channel over 3, 4, 5 years. I might not even have the opportunity to even meet you in person. So you see, now this is my way of trying to say you can even be entertaining people anywhere in the world without even necessarily meeting them. Some people are good teachers, as in they are bettered with the knowledge of teaching. I mean, no matter how dull it is for you to learn, no matter how slow you learn, I mean, no matter how you're so lazy about learning, when they teach you, they would energize you to doing what is right. So that's my way of saying you could just turn that talent you have into wealth, okay? If you're a sweet talker, oh yes, sweet talking young guys, go ahead and use it and invest in your business and become a marketer. Market a good product and sweet talk people into buying it, okay? Whatever you know you're talented in doing, go ahead, use your talent right. I am assuring you, you will definitely not regret that. Now, another thing I want us to look at is savings. You can't be wasteful and think you're going to create so much wealth. You see, when we go to the nightclubs, I don't really go often. I hear stories of what happens there. I go once in a very long time, or especially when there is an occasion, a birthday or something that requires me going there. I'm not saying those people who go there are bad people. I'm only saying it's not really my thing for recreation. It's not one of those things I would write down as things I would want to do in my free time. Now, when you go to the club, like I wanted to say, you find out that there are a lot of young guys who made money and who do not have plans for saving it. I wonder what will be going through somebody's mind when you go to a club and you spend over $10,000 on drinks and spraying them. You know, I wonder what goes on in their mind. When I talk about $10,000, if by currency right now, as at the time I'm filming this video, $10,000 is about 4-point-something million naira. This is what somebody spends on drinks and spraying on women that are half naked. Wow. Well, for me, I kind of think it's not worth it at all. It's not. I mean, you drink in the morning, you're weak, you're affecting your kidney, your organs are suffering. I kind of think it doesn't really make sense to me. So please, if you make money and you have opportunity and this is your yield and you're making a whole lot of money right now, I would encourage you to at least, even if it is 10% monthly, weekly, 20%, whatever it is that you know you're going to remove and you're still going to have enough to go around, please make sure you save. You never can tell. A huge opportunity can come out when you're not even expecting it. So you will be a partaker when it does. Somebody can call you and say, I have this very big business that people are investing in. Do you have a certain amount of money so that I can recommend you to be among those who will partake in it? And if you do not have money, if you spend all your money wastefully, you will not have anything to show up with. So you should be ready as an investor, as somebody who wants to grow wealth at any time that somebody is going to call you to invest money, so you would have all the money that is required for you to invest. Now I'm going to talk about the seventh and the very last thing I think that is important for wealth creation. That is, be a giver. You know, people don't understand that there is a huge principle to giving, and people have different ideology to giving. Me, for one, I believe in helping the needy when I can. I believe in assisting those who do not have much to do for themselves. There was this picture going around on Facebook that about a woman who is amputated on one leg, and she sells bottled water and sachet waters on her head with her crutches on both hands. Wow. I mean, this is somebody that needs help. She is even willing to try. I recently told somebody, instead of you going to beg, look at this woman, look at her like 10 times, hit your hand on your chest and tell yourself, I can do better. Because if somebody who is amputated on a leg, lost her parents, and she still has a child, and she's looking for a means to eat, how about you? There are people who are needy. When I say needy, these are people, when you see them, you realize that they're needy. Some people are children, or maybe are young people who, who just need special care. These are people that needs your help, that can't really do so much for them. I believe in giving. I kind of believe in the principle of give, it shall be given unto you. I kind of believe in opening your arms to give, so you would receive. So if you have and you want to share, being a philanthropist is going to really help you a lot. Being on the giving side, being charitable, being generous, being kind is really, really going to go a long way in helping you grow your wealth. I can't really tell you how to give. You know yourself. Some people are people who believe in tithing. Some people believe in helping the needy. Some people believe in helping the poor. Some people believe in helping the people who have insanity. Some people believe in a whole lot of things. So it depends on what you believe in. Some people believe in helping people who are growing in business. Some people believe in helping people who are in education, giving scholarships. So however you think you can give your own, and you are going to feel that satisfaction in your heart that you have given, I assure you, you're going to reap much more than you can even imagine. It's not like I'm saying, it's not like you have it in your mind when you give somebody money. Let's say you give somebody $100, like you go home and go and lie down, you will not do anything again. You say, I have invested in the principle of giving. Now I've given, let me go and lie down and sleep. It is not what I said though. It's not what I said though, Biko. It's not what I said. That's my local language of saying, please, mad me. It's not what I say. I'm only saying that giving is important, and you're definitely going to reap when you sow and give to people. So if you have not subscribed and you watch this video to this time, I'm going to tell you, go ahead and subscribe, give my video a thumbs up, and also share my video with your friends and family members. Everything I say to you might not really make sense, all of them, but I know that 1, 2, 3, anything I say that makes sense to you, go ahead and in the comment section and say, I believe I can be wealthy and I am wealthy. Whatever you think you want to say, just go ahead and say it, and I'm telling you, you can and you will. Thank you.